The easiest digital side hustle that no one is talking about for 2024 is selling digital products. And it's making me around $4,766 per week. In this video, I'm going to break down exactly what digital products are, how I got started, and how you can do this too, even if you're a complete beginner. So if you're ready to dive into a side hustle that's flexible, scalable, and incredibly profitable, keep watching and let's dive in. This video is sponsored by Okta Browser, but more on them later. So what exactly are digital products and why do they make for such a great side hustle? Digital products are things like ebooks, courses, memberships, templates, and more. Basically, any educational or entertainment products that are digital and live online. And these are things that you can create once and make sales from them over and over again and again and again. And that's all without worrying about things like inventory and shipping. So without needing those things and knowing you can sell these over and over and over, once you create them just once, you can see just how great of a side hustle this is, but also how easily this can scale. For example, last week I was on vacation, didn't even check into work at all, and I still made over $1,903 that week. And this was completely passively from my main digital product, my online membership. Now, in full transparency, of course, this was work up front to create and grow my following, but now I'm able to take vacation whenever I want or work just a couple hours a day whenever I want to from wherever I want to. In the past month and a half, I've gone on 4 vacations, and that's not the norm for me, but it is really cool that I'm able to spend so much time with friends and family knowing that I'm still going to get paid, those who work on my team are still going to get paid, and the business is still going to make money, grow, and help our students. And if you want my free, full, in-depth, on-demand training on how to grow your own audience to sell your digital product to, how to know what type of digital product to make, and how to know how to sell it on autopilot, go ahead and register for your free seat right now. It's the very first link in the description below this video. All right, and now let's talk about how I got started with this digital product side hustle and how you can too. Now, my very first business was a photography business. I actually have loved photography for as long as I can remember. I was the girl who had the point and shoot camera from Target who would go to parties and gatherings and just always make sure to take lots of photos and send them to everyone. And once I knew photography was my passion, I decided to study it in school as well. But fast forward to me being totally broke in college with just 81 cents to my name, living with my grandma, and needless to say, I was pretty over college, especially because there weren't any classes on how to actually make money with your art and photography. So long story short, I decided to start taking weddings from Craigslist and knocking on businesses' doors. I just had 81 cents to my name. I printed out free business cards and I got to work. And within a few years, I had grown a multi-6-figure per year photography studio in a small town in Wisconsin. And although I always thought that was my dream and I loved it so much and I loved all the years I did that and all of my clients and all of my students that I helped along the way as well, I quickly realized that I was just trading my time for money. And I often would have thoughts, even in my early 20s, of how am I going to be able to climb ladders and travel all over the state every single weekend to do photography when I'm in my 50s, 60s, 70s, how is this going to be possible? And so I was really thinking about my future and really starting to realize that I wouldn't be able to sustain this forever. And also I wanted to be able to earn more money, but I didn't have any more time to give. I was completely out of time. So that's when I found out about digital products. And at the same time, I was having a lot of people ask me, how did I grow my studio? What kind of gear did I use? How do you take photos? All these different things. And so I kind of put 2 and 2 together and I decided to start packaging the knowledge I already had in my head inside of digital products. And again, the best part is I could just create these once and sell these over and over and over again. So even though my time was full, I knew that if I could carve out a little bit of time to make this happen, that it would really pay off in the long run, not only financially, but also time-wise. And as you can tell from what I shared earlier in this video about the vacations I've been taking in my free time and how little hours I work, I am here to report back to you that yes, it is in fact so insanely worth it. Okay, now you might be wondering, how much can you actually make from this? How much did I make from this when I first got started? Not today, not this month, not last year, but when I first got started with digital products. Well, my very first year selling digital products, I was able to bring in over $50,000. And that was with making a whole lot of mistakes along the way. In fact, my first couple digital products were flops. I just created what I thought I should make, and I didn't survey my audience or try to figure out what their problems were and make sure that I was creating digital products to solve those problems. So I really made a lot of mistakes along the way, and I still was able to bring in $50,000 in revenue, which is super cool. And then that second year, when I had learned a whole whole lot of lessons, and I made sure to survey my audience, find out what their actual problems were, and then align those digital products with solving those problems. I was able to bring in over $254,000 in that year just from digital products, and that was on top of what I was earning from my photography studio, so that was pretty great. Needless to say, I have been hooked on digital products ever since. And what it really boils down to is identifying a skill or a passion that you already have that you can teach and help others with. So for me, I knew that I had the skill and passion and knowledge of photography, and I had other people asking me how they could do it. And so I decided to grow a following of photographers and then sell digital products to them to further help them. And not only did that pay off big time, but it also then helped me gain the skill of learning digital products, which I now teach full-time today. So let me ask you this. Are you struggling to find a reliable proxy provider and a high-quality anti-detect browser? Well, now you don't have to, because Octo Browser has introduced its very own proxy shop, where you can get high-quality proxies at great prices and with discounts for different traffic volumes. Octo has already claimed its space as the most advanced and user-friendly anti-detect browser, ensuring the best digital fingerprint spoofing quality. Now, working with multiple accounts from a single device has become even simpler, and you can purchase IP-altering proxies directly in Octo. In terms of pricing, Octo Proxy Shop pricing is on par with other reputable providers. But for larger volume purchases, you can get a considerable discount of up to 25%. The lowest price per gigabyte is €5.25. And if you opt for a smaller traffic volume without any discounts, you're looking at just €7. But here's the thing, only until December 2nd, all new Octo Browser users will receive free proxy traffic based on their subscription tier. And that's up to 5 gigabytes. Sign up now at the link in the description below or in the pinned comment, or go to octobrowser.net. That's octobrowser.net, and choose the subscription that's right for you. And after your first payment, the bonus free traffic will be automatically added to your account. And with promo code Molly, you'll also get 4 days of starter subscription free for new users. So go ahead, check it out in the link below, or go to octobrowser.net to check it out. All right, once you've identified your skill or passion to teach, and you know who you want to help, and you figured out what type of digital product to create, well, how do you actually go about making it? Well, I can tell you this, back in the day, it took me a whole lot longer to make a digital product than it does today, because we have amazing tools like ChatGPT and Canva. So let's dive into how you can use these to your advantage. Now, I use ChatGPT for a whole lot of things, from brainstorming, having it act as a friend to bounce ideas off of, to having it come up with outlines for digital products, to having it actually write pages of my digital products like ebooks or scripts for my digital product videos to go in courses or memberships. The possibilities really are endless. And if you are a procrastinator when it comes to writing like me, this is going to really help you, because it's going to get a draft for you in literally seconds that you can then go in and perfect to your liking. And then of course, once you have it written or the script made, then you can plug it into something like Canva to actually design the ebook for you, or to actually design the slides for your videos for whatever type of digital product you want to create. And I really can't stress this enough, guys. When I got started with digital products, we did not have all these amazing tools that are available today. I had to use Adobe Photoshop. I had to learn Photoshop. It took me years to learn it. I literally have been studying it since middle school. Not to mention, it was like $2,000 to purchase. And every time they'd come out with an updated version, you'd have to purchase that version. It was really, really expensive. We didn't have things like Canva. We definitely did not have things like ChatGPT. Like, I had to write everything just from blank thoughts in my head. And so the procrastination was real. And so if you're sitting there thinking like, well, I don't know, this seems really hard, like, it has never been easier. Or maybe you're thinking, well, if it's never been easier and there's all these people doing it, then how am I going to be able to do it? How you're going to do it is you're going to be yourself, and you're going to stand up by being yourself and growing your own following. This is why I do not recommend selling through places like Etsy or Amazon, because it is a saturated sea of people selling the same thing. And how you're going to stand out is by being yourself and growing your own following. There are tons of of people who teach things like digital products, but I stand out because I teach things my way with my personality, exactly how I want to do it. I teach from my story and my experiences, which is unlike anyone else's. And I have grown my own following on YouTube and my own email list. Okay, so then you're probably wondering, well, how do you actually sell your digital product? Now, as I just shared, I do not recommend things like Amazon, Gumroad, Etsy, none of these things, because a lot of them have you pay listing fees. They have you have to run ads to stand out, because it's true, there is so much competition on these platforms, especially if you're selling something kind of bland like a meal prep template. It's like there's like a million meal prep templates, right? But if you're Molly, the meal prep gal, and you have your own, YouTube channel about that, then you're going to stand out and you're going to have your own unique twist and your own unique spin. For example, there are a lot of people who teach digital products, but people want to learn from me because I am me. Like maybe there are dudes out there who want to learn from a dude, or there's girls out there who want to learn from a girl, or there's people in the Midwest that like my Midwest accent, or maybe people from the South that like it. I don't know. But people might be drawn to like me and my story and my personality and want to learn specifically from me. So how do I do this? Well, the first thing you need to do is grow your own following. Grow your own following. Grow your own following. And no, I was not born with my own following, and neither were you, and neither was anyone else. So I know you're probably sitting there right now like, I wish I had my own following. But really the only thing holding you back is yourself, because you could literally have 1 subscriber tomorrow. You could have 30 subscribers in a month. You could have 5, you could even get more than that, obviously. But my point is you have to actually start. You have to actually do it. You have to stop saying, I want to make money from digital products. I want to have a following, and actually freaking do it. Because whether you like it or not, you are unique. You do have unique knowledge to share, and there are people who want to learn from you. Sure, maybe you don't have a PhD in this or that or the other. Neither do I. You just have to know a little bit more than who you want to help. For example, I don't help billionaires create digital products because I am not a billionaire, but I have made millions of dollars from digital products, so I can help anyone who has not done that yet. Even if I had made, let's say, only $10,000 from digital products, what do you know? Now I can help people who just want to make their first $1, their first 100, their first 1,000, whatever that is. Or maybe you're really passionate about health and nutrition, but you're not as fit as so-and-so or so-and-so or so-and-so, but you lost 10 pounds and you want to teach other people how to lose their first 10 pounds or whatever that is. You just got to know more than those you want to help. Okay, now you're probably wondering, well, once my product is created and live, how do I actually promote it for consistent passive sales? So I know you're probably going to be like hitting your head in a second here, but you're going to promote it to your audience. Spoiler alert. So you got to grow an audience. I have tons of videos on this on my channel. I also have a free YouTube script that I use. It's a template I use to script all of my videos. You can download it completely for free in the description below this video. But let's say you have your following. The first thing you want to do is create freebies, just like the one I just mentioned. And what happens is people put in their name and email to download that freebie, and it's sent to their email. And then in turn, they're also getting added to your email list. So you're growing your following and you're growing your email list at the same time. And then what you want to do is send out emails to invite people to purchase your digital product. Now, for me, I like to automate this. I don't like to send manual emails, but you absolutely can do that. I use a software called System.io to run my entire business, from my website, my checkout pages, my sales pages, to hosting digital products, to email marketing, you name it. I use System.io for it, and I only pay $64 a month for their highest tier, but you can actually get started for free. They have a $0 tier if you use my link in the description below this video. So anyways, once you have System.io, you can try it for, not just try it, it's not a trial. You can actually have a free account. And once you set that up, you can start to grow your email list and send auto or manual emails. And what I like to do is I like to nurture. So I like to give a lot more free, helpful content before I actually invite somebody to buy my digital product. But that's exactly how it works. I grow my audience, I grow my email list at the same time. Then I have a series of automated emails that gives them additional tips, but then also eventually after 5 days, and then after 30 days, and then after another 30 days, I will invite them to purchase my digital product. So basically I send helpful content, then I invite them to buy my digital product. Then I send helpful content, then I invite them to buy my digital products. And this just goes over and over again. And that's how you do it. And if you can tell how simple this is, that's why you're able to get consistent sales. As long as you are consistently growing your audience, which consistently grows your email list, and then that consistently grows your sales, that is how it's done. And as you can imagine, yes, this is work up front, but imagine how amazing it is once it's set up. Imagine the vacations. Imagine, you could be making side hustle money in your retirement. You could be making side hustle money on top of your full-time job just for extra income, right? Like there's so many possibilities with this. It's so worth putting in the time and effort up front front to get this all set up and automated so that you can reap the benefits for years to come. So let me know in the comments below, what was your top takeaway from this video? I will personally respond to every single one. And now that you know what I believe to be the easiest digital side hustle, you might be wondering how to create your digital product step by step, but how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's gonna be way more powerful. See you in the next video.